Hey guys, here's another video, only this time it's 11 o'clock at night as I do this voiceover instead of 2 in the morning. So, let me show you the colors I'm going to use real quick before I explain what I'm doing. This is Revel Nails Juliet. It's a mood changer, so it's supposed to turn like white when it's warm. And this is Revel's Black Friday freebie for 2018. It's just like a gray shimmer. And I'm also going to use Sparkle & Co.'s Dip 103 with Flexi Flake 3 mixed into it. Sorry if you hear the train. Again, I do my voiceovers outside because usually everybody's asleep by the time I'm done filming and editing. I have like one layer of black dip powder on there. Any dip company you want to look at is going to have a black powder. This one, the company that made this color, I don't support them anymore, so I'm not going to say their name. But I have the powder, so I'm going to use it, right? Since I'm using gel base for this, base gel, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to lightly rough the surface up. So what I'm doing is I'm going to try and use really shimmery iridescent dip powders to try, and I'm going to try and chrome them over black. I don't know, I heard that you can do this, but I've also heard that there's certain dip powders that are actually like a 2-in-1. They're meant to be a dip powder and a chrome powder. So you're going to see what happens. After I rough them up, the only gel-based coat that I have is from Triple Vitamin, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a thin layer of gel base over each one and then cure it in the lamp for about 1 minute. I've never used actual chrome powder before. I need to though. So that's why I was like curious on trying this out, because I've just seen a lot of people say that you can use the really shimmery dip powders as chrome. But the way that these end up looking and the way that actual chrome powder looks online, you'll just see. So I'm just using really cheap makeup sponge wedges. These are from Dollar General. And my bag's all filthy. But I'm going to grab 3 of those out. And then I use coffee filters because since these powders are just that type of iridescent glitter that as soon as you open the jar, they just like continuously float throughout the air like dust. So it's a little messy, so that's why I'm pulling out the coffee filters. So the first one I'm going to try is that Mood Changer Juliet from Revel. And again, this is supposed to be like a light pink when it's cooler and it turns white when it's warm. Just watch the reaction once I start to do this. When I do this process, I just first gently pat the powder over the black and then I start to gently rub it in once I get it patted on. But look, you see it's already changing white. I don't know, I just assumed that was because, I don't know why I just thought maybe like the nail was still kind of warm from coming out of the lamp and that's why it turned white. And then especially when I started to like rub it in, I figured, well, yeah, I'm like making friction heat. But I come to find out that it never changes back to pink. It's supposed to be like a temp changer. I've used this color, I know it works, but like doing this process of patting it on and then rubbing it in to try and chrome the powder, it does something with the mood change part of it where it just like does not change color anymore. And also the difference with using dip powder instead of chrome powder, again, I've never personally used chrome powder, but I've seen people use it. I've seen videos of it. It doesn't ever end up with that like mirror, really like shiny, like mirror type of chrome look. It always ends up just always looking like powder anyway, no matter what I do. So here's the gray one. And as you can see, they're all really fine shimmery except for that Flexi Flake one. And again, I start out with just patting it on to cover the nail, and then I just like, I don't use a lot of pressure at all, but then I start rubbing it in once I got it everywhere. But no matter what I did, it just never turned out like actual chrome powder looks. It's not like a mirror effect. Why am I saying like so much? Oh my gosh. It's not a mirror effect. It's not really shiny. I don't know. It just looks like powder. I've seen people do this and it work. But I just wonder, I don't know. Like I said, I've heard of dip powders being made. I can't remember what companies make them, but there's some that make, it's called 2-in-1, and it is supposed to be an actual chrome powder plus a dip powder. I don't know. So here's the Flexi Flakes from Sparkle & Co. Look how gorgeous this is. I still am not really 100% sure how to use this dip powder, because it's just clear dip powder mixed in with their Flexi Flakes. You can get just the Flexi Flakes, or they have the option where it's already mixed into clear dip. Look what it looks like, though, just patted on over the black, not even rubbed in. Honestly, just remember this look in your head. Remember how it looks from me just patting it on before I rub it in, and then look at it once it's rubbed in. I honestly think that these Flexi Flakes just patted on over the black look so much better than trying to rub it in. Once I tried to rub this in, I don't know, there was cracks in it. It actually started to do like the shiny mirror type effect as actual chrome powder, but there was cracks in it that I could not get out for the life of me. No matter what I did, those cracks would not go away. So again, if I was to do this method with the Flexi Flakes, I would just pat it on. Like, see, when I'm starting to rub it in, it actually almost looks mirrory, like chrome powder's supposed to, but the cracks wouldn't go away. Also, though, with the cracks in it, even though it like bothered me, looking at it once I was done, it almost resembles that cracked chameleon look, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know, it's almost, I don't know, it's kind of neat both ways, just patted on and rubbed in, but it's definitely not smooth and flawless like chrome powder should look. But it is the only one that started to look mirrory, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm rambling. So yeah, if anybody watches this and they actually use Sparkle & Co.'s Flexi Flakes, you tell me how you use it. Because these are so pretty. This is, again, the Dip 103 mixed with Flexi Flake 3. Look at this. I could not get the cracks to go away. See that? But it does, I don't know. It almost looks like cracked chameleon type of things, sort of. Or maybe similar to geode, or however you say that word. What am I talking about? So anyway, yeah, then I'm just going to gently dust them off. And I use my Kira Sky Top Coat because lately I've been really loving my triple vitamin, and I never tried this method but once, and I just didn't want to risk getting my triple vitamin top coat contaminated, so I don't use the Kira Sky as much, but I need to use it up, so practicing, I use the Kira Sky mostly for like practice work. So yeah, I'm going to top coat everything and then put that in the lamp, and then we'll look at them up close when that's finished. It's still weird to me that the Juliet Mood Changer never changed back to pink. So this is I think this is the Black Friday freebie color, the gray one. See, it just looks like powder though. It doesn't look like mirror chrome. Doesn't look like chrome at all. Here's the Flexi Flakes, which this looks cool. Definitely not chrome. It still looks kind of neat, but I do honestly love the way it looked whenever it was just patted on a lot better. It is kind of cool though, like as the light hits it from different angles, it's a lot of different colors. I think this is the Juliet one. Yeah, this is the Juliet one. This is the worst looking one. I don't know why this one came out so weird looking. See, I got cold and warm water to try and make it change colors to see if it would. Because I thought, like, how cool, you know, to have chrome that changes colors from temperature. But it, as you can see, it would not change no matter what. So whatever this process done, it kept it white instead of letting it turn back to pink. So there you guys go. There's all three of them. Tell me what you think. I honestly think, even though I've never tried chrome powder, if I wanted that chrome look, I would definitely not really turn to the dip powder type deal. I would just get chrome powder. I don't know. The Flexi Flake one looks the best out of all three, but I also really like the way it looked when I just patted it in a few spots over the black. It looked really neat. So yeah, there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. And if you're interested in anything from Spark & Co. or Revel or so forth and so on, don't forget to check out my description box. Bye, you guys.
Thank you.